I haven't showered in 2 days. I'm gonna be showering after this. So what I've seen is that a lot of conservatives are complaining about the fact that, that Dylan is insulting women by being offensively stereotypical, like being a woman, being overtly emotional, like crying, and spending money on things that are like bad. So like what? Impulsive. So like impulsive buying, that's what a woman does. I mean, I do that sometimes. Am I a woman? So people are saying that, oh, imitation is a form of flattery. Is that really imitation though? Like, but because what does a woman do? What does a woman do? A normal woman will go and buy makeup, will go and buy clothes. So the thing is, will go and buy clothes that look good on her. Would maybe if she has kids, take care of kids, that kind of stuff. So maybe that's the imitation. Not, I'm gonna get fucking lit tonight. I always say this to the left, and I'll say this to the right. You being offended is just you. A lot of women who are offended by Dylan, that's just you. Okay, Dylan, if you think Dylan is a troll, Dylan is a troll. Because I do personally believe Dylan is a troll. Not because he's stereotypical, but in all and all, just the way he acts. It's so fake. It's so fake. It's very, very fake. Very fake. It's like Mogs, It's like Mogs videos where I can show you a clip of Mogs.
Well then give up, because I'm staying. Hey guys!
Yo, what the hell are you doing here? What's up? What are you doing?
I got some water and some sweets.
It gives off that same fake energy. But then again, he has become less and less stereotypical over those 200 days. So I do have to say, maybe he has grown. Maybe this character of his has grown to make it seem more legitimate. I want to get onto that stereotype part. So I'll use a transracial analogy. In Singapore, we have 4 races. Okay, we have 4 races. I mean, kind of like 4 ethnic groups. We have to call 4 races. So you have the Chinese people, which is me. There's the Malays. There's the Indians, and then there's the others. So others are like white people, black people, whatever. Those who are not CMI. Now, to give you some context, Malays are a separate ethnic group. They're native to Southeast Asia, and they're predominantly Muslim, and they practice Malay culture. They don't eat pork. They don't drink alcohol, that kind of stuff. And they practice a lot of Islam. So they have some sort of degree in Arabic. They're somewhat able to speak Arabic. So, but there's also a lot of negative connotations to it. There's a lot of negative stereotypes attached to the word Malay. So, for example, they are not academically bright, meaning that they're not basically another way of saying that they're not smart at all. But they are very physically fit. That's why a lot of Malays are PE teachers. That's why a lot of Malays are in sports. You rarely find a Malay in drama. You rarely find a Malay in a choir. There's like a running joke around here saying that what's the difference between a Malay and a park bench? And basically it's a park bench can support a family. That's the answer. Implying that a Malay cannot support his family. They are very lazy. They also take drugs. So let's say I want to become a Malay. I want to become Malay. So first I convert to Islam. I practice Malay culture. I study Arabic. I learn the Malay language. I guess this is what Dylan is thinking. I want to be more Malay. I start failing my grades. I start becoming more physically fit. I stop supporting my family. I become lazy. I begin taking drugs. I get fired from my job because very terrible at my job. I become basically stupider. It is attributes that are more Malay, that are more Malay in a certain sense. But these are attributes that are put on to people by other races. The Malays didn't do that. The Chinese people, the Indian people did that. So basically, why would the Malay people ever accept me if I am wanting to become an offensive stereotype? And I believe that's what Dylan is doing. Maybe I'm dwelling on something that maybe I shouldn't be dwelling on, because after all, this person has already grown from the stereotypes. But I do have a problem with with you know the soft power that he has. For example, Tampax, who offered him a sponsorship even though he has no vagina and he can't bleed. He was on the Forbes Women's Summit even though judging by from what the stereotypes, he doesn't know how to act like a woman at all. Basically being being a voice for womanhood even though he's not a woman at all. Alter, where David Lopez, a genderqueer, non-binary, whoever, talked to Dylan Mulvaney. Basically, two men redefining girl beauty. After that, it was Joe Biden and pushing the narrative of trans youth and we should be supporting trans youth rights. This Joe Biden doesn't know anything. That he probably doesn't know what's happening in this. I don't think he even knows that he got elected. From the 3 out of the 4, the Tampax, the Alter, and the Forbes Women's Summit, they're saying that trans women are women, which I completely disagree. Womanhood is only for women. Okay, I'm here to clarify what I just said. I'm going off the definition of woman, which is an adult human female, and basically womanhood as the experience of living as an adult human female. And because Dylan Mulvaney isn't an adult human female, he is an adult human male posing as an adult human female, therefore he will never be able to experience womanhood. And when I talk about womanhood, I'm basically saying it's basically the state and condition of being a woman. Basically, XY chromosomes. What Dylan is experiencing is not womanhood, it's trans womanhood. The journey from going to a man to a woman, or in this case, going from a man to a girl to a woman. I agree with them. Trans women are women, in a sense, in only their appearance. Socially, maybe yes. Socially, maybe they experience the same things, like being catcalled on the street, having male stalkers, having weird men come and interact with you and try to push themselves onto you. However, you will only get the social aspect of womanhood if you look like a woman. Okay? So, for example, if you look like Blair White, for example, who looks completely like a woman, I mean, not objectively, but to me it's just she looks like a woman, then maybe you'll get the social aspect of womanhood. But if you look like a man in a dress, if you look like Dylan Mulvaney, you're obviously not gonna get the social aspect of womanhood. No man will ever catcall another man. Simple. And if we're going to be talking about the biological aspect of womanhood, then no, obviously you're not going to qualify for that. And to be honest, even if a trans woman qualifies for 2 out of 3, like appearance and social aspect, if you don't get the biological aspect, then you're not a woman. Then you don't qualify for womanhood. Because, like I said, the definition of womanhood is basically the state and condition of being an adult human female. And that's the thing. Tomboys who may sometimes be mistaken for boys by how masculine they dress, they're still women. Why? Because they have the biological aspect of womanhood, and that's the most important one. That's the only one that qualifies you for womanhood. You may get the social aspect, you may get the appearance, but the thing is that doesn't qualify you for womanhood. I think he's probably the biggest troll on earth. You actually see he was actually on the Ellen Show as just a gay guy. Now I can show you a video of what he looked like before he transitioned, but warning, his bulge is a lot bigger.
Hi, Dylan.
Hello.
So what's so fun about Dylan, you guys, is we met him in San Diego when he was our youngest Skivvies guest. He was still in high school. So give it up for him for that.
Well, but you're a young professional actor. You did like The Grinch, or what did you do as a young...
The Grinch Stole Christmas for 4 years in a row.
Okay.
So as you can see, completely a guy. But what happens is that he didn't break through. He didn't break as an actor, and what happens is that he decided to become a trans person. That's why I believe he isn't actually transgender at all. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been your host, Margaret Jude, and this is my opinions of Dylan Mulvaney. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!